Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my February 2020 favourites. So February was quite a slow month for me in terms of buying new makeup. So quite a lot of these things I'm going to show you are things that you've seen in previous favourites videos because they are continuously favourites of mine. And then I've got a couple, one or two old school pieces of makeup, as well as a couple of new things. So first off, I think I'm going to start off with foundation. The old school thing that I've rediscovered my love for is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. My shade is in W4, which is golden natural. That's how it's described. It is a medium coverage foundation, and firstly, because of the fact that my skin is so fair right now because of using acids, etc., using SPF 50 and generally being not in the sun at all, means my skin is very, very pale right now. It's paler than it's ever been in my entire life since I was like a baby. It's gone back to that skin color. I like the fact that it's got medium buildable coverage, and it just makes my skin look really, really good, like it's my skin but better. So I'm really loving this, and obviously the fact that it's drugstore means that it's really affordable. Another foundation that I'm continuously loving and have been doing for God knows how long now, and you're probably sick of hearing about it, is the Dose of Colours Meet Your Hue foundation. My shade is in 120 light medium. This is actually a tiny bit dark for me now, for the reasons I've already mentioned, and I'll show you how I've managed to counteract that thanks to you guys' help. But I love this. It's a full coverage foundation, naturally matte finish, lasts all day long, makes me look healthy, makes my skin look flawless, and what's not to love about that? And then the last foundation that I've been loving again is the NYX Cosmetics Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. My shade is in True Beige. Other times when I've shown this in favourites videos, the shade I was showing was beige, but as I've mentioned, I've got lighter. So now this is the next shade up for people who've got kind of yellowy medium undertones. Love this. It's what I'm using right now, I think. Yes, it's what I'm using right now. It's one of the best foundations I've ever used. It makes my skin look beautiful, naturally radiant, just as the way that it's described. It lasts on my skin for upwards of 16 hours, which is amazing. I've got normal to combination skin, so I get oily on my T-zone. However, this stops that from happening, and I love that about this. Plus it's only like £10, which is amazing. And from that, let's move on to concealers. I've been loving 3 for the month of February. Still loving my Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. My shade is in 50WY. This was my holy grail for 2019. It's still my holy grail at the moment. I haven't found one that's been able to beat the quality of this. It's full coverage, it's creamy, it covers everything. It doesn't crease, it doesn't go patchy, it doesn't flake, it doesn't make my under eye look dry. I love this. Another one, and a more affordable one, is the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. My shade is in 332 Amber. Similar reasons as the Urban Decay one, however this one is a little bit more thick. Love the coverage that it gives, excellent price as well. And then another one which I've been loving is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. The shade that I've got is in medium 90W. This is a little bit pale for me, even though I am quite pale at the moment. It's still a little bit lighter for me. So the colour down from this, so the slightly deeper one, would be perfect. However, I managed to blend it into my foundation, so it does work well. Because it's got hyaluronic acid in it, it's not drying under the skin, it moisturises the under eye area, it doesn't go patchy or flaky, and obviously it's very, very affordable too. Right, let's move on to eyeshadow palette. So one that I used pretty much throughout the month of February was this one here, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's got pressed glitters in it, which work excellently. You don't have to use any glitter glue. It literally sticks to the eyes. There's a shade for every single person on the colour spectrum here. I love the fact that there are a variety of different types of browns, which go from pale to really, really dark, and then a black. I love that there are sparkly shades, more satiny shades, everyday wearable kind of shades, but also going out shades. This is a really, really versatile palette, and the quality is excellent. Another one that may be a little bit of a surprise for you guys, because I didn't give it the best marks when I did my review, is the Natasha Denona Love Palette. Now bear in mind, when I do these favourites videos, it's basically to showcase what I've been loving and using the most throughout the month. And I have actually been using this quite a bit. I've been using the Amrezy one definitely more, but I have been using this a lot more than I thought I would, mostly because there are quite a lot of pinky kind of shades, and sometimes I like to go for more pink looks on the eyes. Pink kind of mauvey shades look amazing on medium toned skin. So I've been using these kind of shades down here a lot more than I'd say the rest of them. £60 is still a lot for an eyeshadow palette. Please check out my review if you're really interested in my complete and utter thoughts about the entire palette as well as the swatches that I show. I'm not a fan of the metallic shades in here, but the mattes are alright. So this has been a favourite for the month of February. Probably sick of seeing this. You're sick of it. I'm just still sick of it, but I don't care because it's still a favourite. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Saddle Powder Bronzer, which I use to contour. I'm using it right now. I love it. It's the perfect mix of cool and warm, so it makes it really easy to contour the face without looking overly grey, especially when you've got medium skin tone. The quality is excellent. It kicks up a little bit amount of powder, but not too much. It doesn't go patchy. It blends easily, and I use it pretty much every day. Another Anastasia Beverly Hills product is this blush trio, which is in the shade Peachy Love. I've been reaching for this quite a lot, more so because I've been going for very kind of bronzy brown caramel kind of eye looks, so this works perfectly with that. So when I'm not using the other palette with more pinky looks, when I'll use something else, I've been reaching for this one, especially when I've been using the Amrezy palette. Right, these two are kind of new but not new, and the reason I say kind of new but not new is that they came out last year, but they were sold out everywhere. If you guys remember when I went to Canada, I was searching for them, sold out everywhere. But finally they've been like re-released in the UK, and I actually got these on offer from Beauty Bay. So these are the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duos, Matte and Shimmer. This is in the shade Wild Honey. Not quite sure why it's called Wild Honey, because it's more of a like a mauvey pink sort of colour, and then with a shimmery counterpart blush. I like the quality of these. They're very, very pigmented, intensely pigmented, and I love that about these. I got this one as well in the shade which is called Mojave Mauve, and this is kind of pinky. This is more mauve. I don't know why they've given it these strange names, but again, the quality of these is absolutely excellent. I've been using this a lot with the Love palette, and I like the shimmery shades as well. Even though they've got a slight kind of metallic sheen to them, it doesn't accentuate texture, and I've got textured skin. These are quite pricey, but I can see in this kind of product where the price reflects the quality, because the quality is 100% amazing. Couple of random things to show you guys. The first one that I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I bought thanks to you guys is this from NYX Cosmetics. It's their Pro Foundation Mixer, and this is obviously in white, because I've been complaining on my channel so much about how my skin tone has changed. It was you guys that actually recommended that I get this. So basically it's white, and you put a little bit into your foundation and it lightens it slightly. I personally have only had to use the tiniest drop, because it's not that my skin color has changed dramatically. I've not become like, oh my god, a completely like 5 shades lighter. It's just become 1 or 2 shades lighter than I actually am. So I've only had to apply the tiniest amount, mix it into my foundation. Voila, now my foundation matches perfectly. These two items I always show is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Liner, which I love, using it right now. It's fully opaque. One swipe is all that's needed to get a thick black line. You can also go in with very fine detailing with this as well, because the beauty with this is that it's got a, what's it called, a felt tip nib, and the nib has got enough give in it so that it's not, you don't make mistakes. It kind of bends with the pressure that you apply, and I love that about this. The IT Cosmetics Brow Power in Universal Taupe, I've been raving about this since like forever. They've gifted this to me on a couple of occasions because I continuously use it every single day. It's only in one shade, Universal Taupe, which is why it's called Universal. Depending on your skin tone and your hair color is how hard you will press it on your eyebrows. So if you've got, for example, very fair blonde sort of hair, you would want to go in with a very light hand. If you've got very deep blackish almost hair, you want to press a little bit harder so that the color matches your natural eyebrows. But the great thing about this is that you don't get that weird like Sharpie pen look, because it's very soft, and then you can easily brush it out with the spoolie brush on the other end. One lipstick to show you guys, because I've been using this quite a lot, and again, thanks to you guys, because you were the ones who told me to buy this. It's the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Trendsetter, with its counterpart lip contour, aka lip liner, in also Trendsetter. It's the perfect brown girl everyday nude, and it is just the right shade where it doesn't show up the cracks on your lips like lighter shades do. It doesn't go flaky and gross looking, and it doesn't give us that kind of weird concealer mouth look as well. So I love this for like everyday kind of wear when I want to go for something quite simple and quite neutral. Yes, I do have those days. I've got 2 eyelashes to show you, and they're actually on their way into the bin. So I quickly brought them out before I chucked them. The first ones are these ones, which are my Cocoa lashes in the style Stella. They're huge, they're fluttery, and they're just gorgeous. Quite a few of you ask me what I'm wearing on my eyelashes. A lot of the time it is these. And then these ones here, which have gone a bit weird because they need to be binned, is the Tatty lashes in the style TL24. These are not as thick as these ones, but they're still very long. So they're very fluttery and very flirty, whereas these ones are a lot more full on. So for those people that don't like to wear really thick, big eyelashes, but still want something that is visible, you will love these. It's the Focal Point Glow Lighter, which is a highlighter by Coloured Rain, and this is in the shade Selfie. There's a nice dent in it, because I can actually see the pan. I've nearly hit pan on it. It's beautiful. It's a buttery soft texture, so it sits really nicely on the skin. It doesn't kick up loads of glitter because there's no glitter in it, and it just looks amazing on fair, medium and deep tone skin. 2 skincare items to show you, and they're both eye creams. The first one is this brand here. I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. Can somebody below tell me how you're supposed to say it? CeraVe, is that how you say it, or CeraVe? I don't know. And it's the eye repair cream, and the reason why I love this is because it's got hyaluronic acid in it as well as niacinamide. And what niacinamide does is it actually lightens your dark circles, and I have found that that has been slowly happening. I use this in the morning as part of my morning skincare routine, and the hyaluronic acid in it is there to deliver moisture under the eyes. I let it sit for a little while before I then do my makeup, but I love this. It's very lightweight as well. It doesn't feel thick, so I like using this in the morning. Then in the evening, I've been using this one here, which is by IT Cosmetics, called Confidence in an Eye Cream. It's an anti-aging armor regenerative concentrate. It says it brightens, repairs and transforms for all skin types. This was also gifted to me by IT. I use this every night as part of my skincare routine. I use this after I've used the Ordinary's caffeine solution. That I tend to use just on my under eye area, whereas once that's dried, I then go in with this, pat it on my under eye and above the eyes as well. It's great so far. I'm really happy with this. It really moisturizes my eyes. I wake up in the morning, my eyes look amazing, so I'm really happy with this. And the last one I'm going to show you is the prettiest one of them all. Wow. The Natasha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. It's a regret. It's not a favourite, by the way. I forgot to mention the most important bit while I'm showing it to you. Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, I've mentioned why, again, when I did my review. I just don't like the quality of the blushes. The blushes, firstly, don't attach to the brush properly. Despite the fact that it says on the back of the box you can apply these with your finger or with a brush. I would definitely say they're better off with your finger, because that way the glitter doesn't separate the way it does with a brush. However, who's got time to be sitting there building up blush with that? You want quick on the go. Well, that's how I am anyway. I just don't like that about this. There's so many things I don't like about this. It's a big waste of money for £51 anyway. So that's it for my February favourites. I hope you guys are wonderful and great. I hope you're having a wonderful 2020 so far, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.